Hi everyone. Happy Tuesday, January the 9th, 2024. Wow. Okay, I'm just going in my Facebook page to make sure it is public. There's me. Just going to make it public. So, a couple of incredible updates. Oops. At this moment to share with you guys. I'm just going to share right now. Hope I can keep my head straight. Okay, I got a sound bath and a concert coming up. Yeah. And if you look in the above, all the information's there, so you don't have to try to write down. You can look back at it whenever you're able to. But anyway, so the sound bath is going to be on January 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Pacific time is my sound bath. And then on February the 4th is my concert at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The duration for both of these is going to be at least 90 minutes. And for anybody who's not familiar with me, I channel, and my name is Ernestine Day, by the way, and I channel energy from source through me, through my guitar, without using words. And energy is what it is. And so anyway, let's get rid of this, is you can tell, oops, to my right over here, I have three crystal sound bowls that I will be utilizing for the sound bath. I also have a Tibetan bowl as well, but the primary thing is going to be my guitar, the vibration. That's where it's, you're going to be coming on a vibrational journey with me. And the sound bath could also end up being, this one I have no idea, but that's where we need to be, we need to be clear about our intentions. But it's going to be, I have a feeling there's going to be some body movement happening for us all. And the one thing about my sound baths is that if you want to dance, if you want to sway, you do whatever you need to do for you during my sound baths, which is applicable to my concerts as well. So those are coming up. Like I said, sound bath is the 21st, which is 2 weeks. The concert is February the 4th. Both events are at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yep, that's happened. As of about an hour ago, officially, over the next couple of days, my first 3 albums will be available on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, blah, 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 blah. All the music venues that are out there. So it will be available in the next couple of days. Okay, I've been busy. The Scotty has been helping me out with that, which is my recording studio guy. I worked with him in 2022. But Scotty's coming to my home on Thursday. That's our intentions right now. They could shift change. But right now, he's going to come to my home on Thursday to help me set up all my software to record in my home studio here. And that's where, and here's the thing, you guys, we're all unique individuals, and we need to stop this comparing ourselves to others or what we used to be able to do. And I'm speaking on that level for myself. I'm finding with my journey, especially coming off antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication, I did it in 6 months. Started October 22nd of 2022, so that's a year and a half ago. And I completed that journey in April last year, 2023. And it's been quite the journey. And I know it's going to continue, but not this way. But, you know, my ability to do anything, it's like for me to try to read something, not well, I wasn't able to. And it goes just on and on like that, because the only thing that I was actually able to do, and I meant what I've been saying this to you guys, I may now be able to elaborate more because we're at the space I'm in right now. But that the only thing I've been able to do, especially the last 4 to 6 months, was play my guitar. It's the only thing I was able to do. I couldn't function on anything. And the journey with coming off these medications was a journey in itself. Again, I had to shift and change some things. Not able to start doing things, and it was gradual. But it's okay. I'm not, you know, for me is to have people around you where they give you the love, unconditional love and support, true unconditional love. Because there was nothing wrong with me. I just had to go through this part. And it's so nice to be, I could see the word on the other side, but I'm not going to say the other side. I'm just glad and relieved that my head has popped out, could say. And that's why all this stuff, I've been wanting to do this. And it's like last night when I was doing something, and they showed me that it's like a person who used to walk, and all of a sudden they can't walk. But yet their brain says, legs, walk. We don't have to think, but we just do it because it's just so automatic. But when you become, paralyzed or a paraplegic or whatever, and there's that disconnect, but yet your memory remembers what you used to be able to do, but he can't do it anymore. It is that kind of disconnection in my brain. And that's where I had to be gentle and loving for myself, because all these things I used to be able to do for myself, I'm just not able to do it now. And that's okay. But the thing is, I have people in and around me that I can reach out to help. And that's what I've been doing. Scotty and I talked, I think it was last October, 2023. And he said, Renee, I'll come to your home, help you set up your studio. And I said, okay. And I knew I wasn't well enough to even do that at that time, even though I wanted to. That's the thing, I wanted to. I have all this stuff that I wanted to do it, but I haven't been able to do it because the brain, as much as how I know I used to be able to do it, I can no longer do it. And I hope that analogy that I just did made sense about being able to walk, and all of a sudden you're not able to walk, but yet you know what you're able to do, and your memories are all there, but you can't do it because there's a disconnection. It's the same thing that's happened to me. So Scotty and I agreed that, because he was going in the studio himself in Winnipeg to record his album, and so I said, okay, how about we just touch base in the new year? He goes, perfect. So I reached out to him to help me with distributing my music today. He's coming to my home on Thursday to set up intentively. I'm saying the word intentively. And, oops, I didn't even turn on the comments here. Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Whoa, a few people here. Sorry about that. But anyway, things are happening fast. For anybody who's just come in very quickly, within a couple of days, my first 3 albums will be available on Amazon, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, just all of them. It went out about an hour ago to the company. It takes them about 48 hours to get it out to you guys. But all the information's there. And Scotty, helped me make this possible because I couldn't do it. Though I know I used to be able to do that, and I did it back in 22. I was ready to go. But my life, my world has shifted, it has changed, and I need to honor that and just accept it. As much as I know what I used to be able to do, just can't do it now, and that's okay. So there's that. I think I'm just going to make this a voice video right now to keep you guys updated, and everything that's happening, and then I'll come back and just play for a while. What's the other thing? Oh, as some of you guys may know, like I channel people's energies, okay? It just happens for me. And I start to really recognize it because it started really happening last year, actually since 2022. But the more that I open up to myself, within myself, the more I expand within me, et cetera, it's happening faster and faster for me. And I'm also able to see it. But also, here's the other part too, which I finally put this all together, is in June of 2023, I have completely embodied everything that I am and I get to be and get to do, which is my music. And that's why my music has been shifting. And I've been using the word that I'm trusting myself at a level I've never trusted myself musically. And I meant that. But now I understand that in June of 2023, I embodied all of this. And that's where that trust level is, because I am it. But I'm trusting myself in everything that I am and working with this. And that's why the expansion, the way my music's being expressed today, these last 3 days, last three new songs that were just channeled. That's a long one, isn't it? Like, whew. And it's been just to be able now to make sense of everything. And it's not that I dwell on that, but the whole thing is this, you guys, we need to get the fuck out of our own way. And when I say this is, we need to stop thinking about how we used to think or feel, or things we used to be able to do, we can no longer do. It is what it is. We have the memories, but there's a disconnect that now we're not able to do it. And that's, I'm speaking for myself, and I know a lot of other people. It may not be the same way that I'm speaking of in my particular case, but it's very similar. You guys can all relate to, in your own journeys. Something shifted. Feels weird. A lot of people will go through these and not realize what's happening. And I'm very fortunate. I'm a part of this amazing community called Soulology. I've met a hell of a lot of people, and I also, through this community, I've been connected with this community for 4 years. And I've learned a lot about myself, understanding who I am, etc. Some of you guys on here, and Sherry's one of them. Sherry Kitchen. I met her over 3 years ago. And when it started with the Soulology family and finding all these incredible soulful beings from all around the world, it just like, wow. And, I met Sherry because connecting with Soulology, which is Todd Medina, that I got to meet other people. It's just the ripple effect was just fantastic. And I met Susanna Mara, who had a weekly gathering called Light Language Lounge, and was to express light language in whatever way, shape, or form that may be. Because some people just use their hands to express the light language. Some people are able to speak. Some people are able to sing. Some people it's a body movement. In my case, it's my music. My music is light language. But, I met Sherry over 3 years ago in Light Language Lounge. And she came back into my field, and that's how I'm going to the terminology I'm going to use. She came back into my space. And I was hanging out with Pamela, Higher Vibrations. Pamela, Sherry was there, and she said to me, Ernie, I met you through Susanna Mara, Light Language Lounge. I said, wow. And, and it, it's so nice to connect with all you guys, all you amazing, incredible beings that are out there. And all these people I've met, because you guys have all helped me and assisted me in understanding who I am, why I felt different my entire life, because I didn't fit into the norm. I use terms like act, say, and behave way, all right? And my journey, I started my journey in 1996. You can use the term I was waking up, because it's true. And waking up to me is being in, and this is me speaking about myself, is I used to say I lost myself, but I wasn't losing myself, I was finding myself. And it was July of 1996. And, but it was like all these, this anxiety, emotions, crying, just, it was, but I didn't understand why. And I did not have people like you guys in and around me then. Because there was not the internet the way we now utilize internet, Facebook, etc., etc. That wasn't available back then. But I got into counseling. There's two parts to this. Got into counseling, got an appointment, went and saw my doctor, and he put me on medications. And that's how my journey started. But the important part was this, is during my sessions with my counselor, her name is Farida. I haven't talked about this stuff in years. She created a safe space, a safe container for me to go in weekly. Then I went every 2 weeks. Eventually, 3 weeks. And then it was to the point I was at that point. But here's the thing is this, that as I opened up to my own thoughts, feelings, and emotions, I would go home and pick up my guitar and start playing. That's how it started. That's how my music started. And what you hear in my first album is the music that was channeled back then. Did I use this word channel back then? Because I didn't know, nor did I understand this part. And because of this amazing community that I've been connected with now 4 years, and continues to connect with so many amazing soulful beings. And that I'm understanding that the puzzle, the pieces are coming together. And even this past Saturday night, I had a conversation with a beautiful sister that her and I have been connected on Facebook Live for about 3 years, but we never spoke, because I don't talk to people. And it was accidental phone call, but there was no such thing as an accidental phone call, because there's a reason. That's spirit. And so Nikki and I had a conversation, and her guides would go, tell her this, tell her that, right? It was beautiful. But in that exchange that we both had, it was about an hour long, just so much more clarity and understanding myself. Because it's never about other people understanding us. It's about us understanding ourselves. Because when we try to tell people who we are or whatever, they try to, especially most, which is like 99% of our friends and our family, don't get this, who we really are. In fact, they think there's something wrong with us. So it's not safe for you there to try to say, this is who I am, for you to open up. You need to find the right people, the safe people, and the safe spaces that are out there where you can be you, to understand more about who you really are. I'm continuously understanding more about who I really am. And the one thing that is a true reflection that you guys get to experience every time I'm on here to play my music, to share my music, how much more powerful my music is. There's something when you, if you listen to, and Sherry is one of the people that can really attest to this because she heard me back then 3 years ago. And anybody who's followed me even the last 2.5 years, ever since I started using the looper, and if you listened to me a year ago, then you listen to me now, you can feel the difference. Yeah, you're going to hear it too, but you're going to feel it. And that's what happened last June of 2023. I embodied this. Because before that, I was never able to have my eyes open when I played. If you look at the videos, you'll see that. But what's happened now, as I get more comfortable in this in total embodiment that I am, that, and I start to realize it in the last week or two, is it's like sometimes I'll look at the screen because I can see the comments over here. And I'll sort of look, I'm not really reading them, I'm sort of looking. I could see the word scanning, but it doesn't interfere with my channeling anymore. But it's been incredible for me to experience what I've been experiencing within myself. And that's where and I know I will say the word that trusting myself. I know I will continue to say that, but because when I say there's people on here that even all this terminology that I'm using today, I did not use a year ago. And it's like Susanna Barra told me over 3 years ago, Ernie, you're an alchemist. And I went, no, not me. No. I said, I can see you being an alchemist. And then in August of 2021, I have a very, very special dear friend, longtime friend. And her name is Deb. And I said, Deb, I said, this alchemist thing, blah, blah, blah. So we had a conversation about it. And this woman speaks, she's being guided on everything that she speaks, everything, wherever they direct her to go, she does it. Yeah, she's that connected. And so she goes, well, let's get the dictionary out. And we look at alchemist and alchemy and all of that. And when she read the definition, I felt it inside of me. Something. Yeah, I felt it. Okay. Yeah, I am an alchemist. I am. So since then, I've been saying that I'm an alchemist. But with that is stepping into embody that and trusting, not trusting that, but being that by everything and understanding that what I do and how it's alchemizing the entire world, the universe. It's like, like I was talking to my friend Ashley Lee this morning, briefly, and I said, I can feel this incredible power, like there's something shifting, and it's powerful. She goes, yeah, because I'm realizing just how fucking powerful I am. How powerful I am. And as I see that in myself and go, okay, and embrace that and acknowledge that, then I get to say it to you guys like I am right now. That's why my music's powerful. It's becoming more powerful because I'm becoming more powerful within me. It's not this. Doesn't matter how you think. It's about how you feel. That's how you feel inside. I'm only speaking for how I feel about myself inside. And this journey that I've been on for the last year and a half has been just awful. But awful good. I love how this lady, Elsa Dillon, how she takes these words like awful. Ah, and you're full. You are, and you are full. But the manipulation of society to take that and to make it feel you're being awful. How about awful fucking good? Awful fucking amazing. Awful, because I'm in awe, personally, of myself and how full that I'm feeling within me. That's the full I am. Yeah. And I think that, and this is where we need to really pay attention to the type of people we hang around with, because they do affect our energy. And in fact, I had something happen last night, and I was passing up by Ashley, and I was spot on. I was talking to a brother and a sister. And what I'm starting to realize for myself, because when I said the word I'm powerful, but with that powerful is the fact I'm more open, I'm more everything. But what happens is this, it's like, some of you guys know, some of you may not know, and I'm going to start using a different term these days regarding this, because the word is going to be called soul signature song. I've already done it. I've been just doing it. But it was, I think, sometime in December, I believe it was, just a month or so ago, that I started to realize that these new songs that happen is because of somebody's energy, that I'm tapping into their energy, and that's their song. I just finally recognized it in the last month or so. And um, Ashley, you're amazing. Um, Ashley said to me about doing soul signature songs. And so, I'm the type of person that needs to process things in my own way. I don't process things maybe necessarily the same way you do. I have my own unique way. I have to sit with things. I don't have to dwell on them. I sit with them. And so she planted the seed then, and then a couple of weeks ago she messaged me. We're messaging back and forth, and then she brought it up again. I said, I'm going to sit with that. I'm glad she brought it up again, quite honest. But I remembered her mentioning it in Houston, but I was not in good shape in Houston at all. And I've told a couple people, couldn't tell what I was feeling. And, but anyway, so Ashley and I this morning, she called me up, and back on the topic again, soul signature, soul frequency. Ooh, I like that. Uh-huh. Okay, gotta make a note here. Sorry, guys. This is important. Thank you, Sherry. Just so you guys know, this is what Sherry wrote. I gotta write that down. And I'm gonna use the word soul signature frequency. I love that. Anyway, gotta figure that down. Anyway, so with Ashley Lee and I, this conversation, and we're just conversing back and forth, and just like what I just said to you guys, where I've been just doing it, but I didn't make the connection why this new energy comes in when it does, but I'm starting to recognize it, really now recognize it. So what's going to be happening in the very near future, I'm going to be offering this as a service. How's that? And so if you yourself would like to have your own song channeled from all of me, there's going to be an energy exchange for this. And this will be available pretty soon. I'm just going to leave it as that. What I'm going to be doing right now, and I am doing right now, I've already been in touch with what, 7 people, and because I need to experiment with this and work with somebody that I know already. Because before I'll do it for you guys, I need to make sure that I understand how to work this for myself. Especially now that I realize that, just like, these songs come through, and sometimes I start to sense, well, I think it's this person or that person. And sometimes it takes me months to realize it belongs. Like Keith Hill's song, right? It was called Mosey On Down. So anyway, so starting tomorrow morning, Ashley's my first one. That Ashley and I, right, that I'm going to be working with this, that I can do it in a session, one-on-one. I'm going to learn how to bring it up and work with us. Okay? So that's happening. So once I harness that in within myself, then I will make this available for you all. Wow. I started reading over here a little bit, some of the comments. This is when I'm able to talk right now. The way I'm talking is that this is I'm stepping into this, you guys. I'm realizing on a conscious level of just how fucking powerful I am. I know I'm gifted. I've always said that, you guys. I'm so gifted in what I'm able to do. But it's now me understanding just how fucking powerful I truly am. So it's me now rephrase that, me now working with, like I said, I got 7 people sitting here. And my first one starts tomorrow morning. That's how fast this is happening for me. That's what I'm finding right now. I'm taking action now. No, I'm not going to wait. Oh, I'm not feeling very good today. Right. If I have a bad day, you're damn right I'm going to honor I'm having a bad day. But right now, like I stated earlier, that that on Friday, this past Friday, it's almost like my head popped out after the last 4 to 6 months. It was really bad 4 to 6 months. And it's been really, this journey I've been on since October 22nd of 2022. Of coming off the Western medications, it took me 6 months. So I'm flying solo. And when I say this, there's been 2 occasions since I came off them, which was 6 months after that, whatever it was, April of 2023. There's been 2 occasions where I had a very small dose for about a week or 2. Because it was that intense and I was that fucking scared. And that's where the balance is, you guys. Don't try to think you have to do it on your own. But I don't want to use this stuff that I now have in my home for when I need it. Like I said, there was 2 occasions. And one of those occasions, which is right after I came back from Solar G Fest, I was that scared. And I feel for myself, I know for myself, that I need to do that for that week or 2. And it just all of a sudden, I just didn't bother taking it anymore. Yeah, it works like that for me. That's for me. And then on Friday, felt my head, me popping out, being able to do stuff. All these things that's been in the oven since 2022 has been achieved. Because this week I reached out to a few people to ask for help and assistance, and everyone's helping me. Yeah. I'm excited. It's like for me, there because I know some people just come in here recently. I have 2 events coming up. The information was sent off to Marina yesterday, plus some funds and energy exchange. She's going to be doing 2 event pages for me. Having a sound bath on January 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's going to be 90 minutes. On February the 4th at 10 a.m. is my concert. I mentioned recently that things are going to change, and they're already changing. I knew they were going to. I could feel it. Did I know what it's going to look like? Mm-mm. But I knew it was going to happen. And the energy exchange for both events is $22 US. Sliding scale is available always with me. I want you to hear that. So if you can't afford the $22, or even if the fact is you don't have it and what you want to come, well, guess what? Just get a hold of me. Yep, come on. You can pay me when you can. I do work that way, and I will always work that way. So don't ever allow money to be an obstacle for you to come to a sound bath or a concert. Don't ever allow the money be an obstacle. Not with my events that I have control over. And even if somebody's hiring me to come to do an event, right? And I'll put it this way, they're hiring me to come in to do a concert, be Pacific, okay? And it's just me. I'm going to make sure that I have this set up. Or I have X amount of free passes to give out for people that need this support at that time. I operate a lot different than a lot of people. But the one thing I do know, because up to this very single moment, and every single person on here that has been around me knows this about me, I give a lot at no cost to anybody. So everything I've invested in has come out of my own personal pocket. I was on disability until 2 years ago. Disability income. Anybody who's on disability here, you know how little we got. And then now I'm on old age pension. So I'm supporting myself. And I haven't worked since the year 2011. I've not been able to work on the outside world. That's why I'm on disability. I couldn't function. It's just, we are highly sensitive, or we are highly sensitive, incredible beings. And our sensitivity, we feel deeply. And I'm going to tell you this for my own self, because I feel deeply. It's finding a way to maneuver throughout the world where we don't take on these energies. And it's like yesterday that I realized that I was tapping up onto these people I was talking to, their energy, and I'm blah, 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 blah. But yet when I talk to like Ashley Lee, and that's one of the things Ashley Lee and I talked about, and I said, so now it's me, now that I have this awareness, what happens, I need to now harness that where these are my terms, okay, terminology, to that when I go to talk to somebody that I have that shield where I don't tap into their brain the way I now know I tap into them, because their brain's going multiple things even while they're talking. It's incredible. But that's what I recognized last night after talking to 2 incredible friends and talking to other people, and I found, holy shit. It even happened this morning, talking to Scotty. the way I'm energy exchange with us, this is how I normally talk. But if I'm with somebody that now I recognize that, like it just, I'm just starting to understand what's really going on with me. So I'm still processing all this. And because of Nikki, and I really do highly recommend Nikki, Freedom Peace Nikki. She does sessions. I can't remember what she told me the other day what her rates are. She's very reasonable. And she is like, wow. So, yeah, a lot of shift, like, and I'm very proud of myself for hanging in with myself the way I did. And I don't want to go back there, to be very honest. But, you know, it was needed. Thank you, Francis, for saying what you just said, because it's true. But that's the true essence of who I am. I'm going to post this, what she did. Do you know why you bring joy? Because you enjoy what you do. And it's true. And I've said to you guys that the only thing I've been able to do is play my guitar because it brings me joy. It brings this, my guitar and I, that I get to, there's a connection. I get to be me. It doesn't matter all the shit that I feel when I sit on my chair or not able to do. But the one place I could go and feel that is my guitar. That's what my music does for me. Because that's the true me. I had somebody a while ago, a few months back, and just said, they said, "You have no sad music." No, I don't. Because the true essence of who I am is complete joy, love, happiness. Whew, yeah. You see my friend Nick, this is Nikki. I hope you heard what I was saying about you. Um, but and if I need to go into a quiet space or place again, I will do whatever I need to do because sometimes we need to do that. Because this is how I process. And because of other people who are able to articulate that has helped me understand what I'm really doing, what's really going on for me. And I have another beautiful sister. Her name is Sharmini Gana. If you're on YouTube, you'll find her as the Diamond Heart 888. And this, what I'm about to say, it really helped me to understand why I connect with a few people the way I connect with them. And I'm talking at a soul level, and that's the term I'm using today. My friend Deb, we've known each other for 7, 8 years, something like that. She's the only person I've ever talked to, and have been. When Charmony Gana was on with Todd back in March 2023, I channeled her song while she was sharing. And you know, I play her song quite often. It's called Diamond Heart 888, and it's going to be one of the first songs I'm going to be released pretty soon. And then Charmaine and I started doing voice messaging back to each other. And her and I just went through something actually yesterday. Um, I hurt her, but my intention was not to hurt her. But I also could see, because where I was at, I haven't been commenting on her work, but yet she's been commenting on mine. And she wasn't saying, well, and it wasn't a case of, well, I did this for you, now why aren't you doing that for me? It was not a case of that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. So don't misinterpret that. But what she did, because of me and who I am, when she had the courage to share this, because I'll be quite honest, what happened was I sent her a voice message on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, yeah. On Sunday, because where I was at and all this stuff, because it was, I was so excited because I'm now able to do some stuff. This is what's happening, da 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 da, right? And you know, she pointed out to me, you never asked me how am I doing, checking to see how you're doing, and she was absolutely 100% right. But I was so excited about where I was at, and I wanted her to know because she also knows how rough it's been for me. It was Charmaine Gana who assisted and helped me to make it to Houston for Soulful Fest. It was her. Sorry, I usually turn my volume off, or my mic off. My apologies. But anyway, so, but she let me know. But it was an old wound. It wasn't me. It was an old wound within her. But she had the courage to let me know. And as I was listening to her sharing and saying what she was saying, and I'm going, oh, no, 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 no. I responded, first of all, saying, I'm sorry. And you are right. As much as I understand why, because I've been just surfing people's pages and not leaving comments to say I was here, letting that person know that I was there, because that's where I was at. But this was my personal friend, somebody I'm very soulful, like soul connection. And her, because how the conversations her and I have had are just like incredible. And my friend did not deserve that, even though I'm in this awful place. And I thanked her for bringing that to my attention, and I'm so sorry. There was so much healing done by her and I's energy exchange yesterday. Yesterday might have even been Sunday, to be quite honest. Because it was truth, honesty, kindness, loving, ownership, responsibility, accountability, but with compassion and love for each other. And through this, I'm healing myself with that incredible, amazing exchange that Charnie and I have had. And when I say this is, we all have those kinds of people in and around us. I feel very blessed by the amount of people that I do know. You guys have gotten to know me more so because of my music. And today you get to know more the human, what I've gone through. This incredible being that has, I could use the term, gone through hell and back. It would be applicable. But I'm going to say what I've gone through. And the one thing I can attest to is that no matter how awful whatever we're going through, I promise you, you will come out the other side more beautiful, more whole, more complete. You're understanding so much more than you ever have. So when we're in this place, there's a reason for us to be in these spaces and places that we go from time to time, so we can grow and expand within ourselves. It's fucking lonely as hell. And most people wouldn't get it. They don't need to get it. They don't need to understand. More importantly, that you know and understand what's going on for you. And you need to find the person or a few people. Personally, Nikki, Freedom and Peace, Nikki, I now consider her a friend because when we spoke Saturday night, it was truth, honesty, pure soul, soul to soul, not the memories. You know, yeah, we shared stuff that happened, but it came from a memory place, not as an excuse. It was off. This is what I experienced, but this is what I've learned from myself, and that's why I consider a soul to soul conversation. That's why my friend Deb and I are friends, really good friends, very, very close. My friend Charmony Gana, again, very, very close. I now have another person, which is Nikki, on the same level. Like I said, we've known each other for about 3 years on Facebook, but we never spoke. It wasn't time for us to speak. And Spirit said it was time that her and I spoke, because I went to call somebody else, and I accidentally called her, but it was not accidental. It was Spirit, where I called her, and I was trying to disconnect before it started ringing, and then all of a sudden it started ringing, and then Nikki answers, and the first words out of my mouth was, "So this was oops," and then she started talking, and we just took, and it was a magical ride for that hour or so, right? It was magical, but it was soul to soul, and she told me a lot of things that I already knew. And she's not the only person who's told some of it to me, but not some of the stuff she told me. And I said, and as she was sharing, I could see it, and it was the only time I can see it, which I'm now learning and understanding because of Nikki and I. As she was saying it, that I was able to see it all, because I'm able to see it all means, yeah, it's real. I now know that because of our conversation. She doesn't know that part yet, but she now knows. And sometimes we don't realize the impact, the imprint we have on other people by us just being who we are. Most of you guys know I don't talk, and I don't. And I did not expect to do this today, but it turned into this today, in this moment, because it needed to be done for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. And so I'm going to end this live. I'm going to come back, but that one's going to be about music. This one need to be said and shared, and I look forward. Don't forget, Sound Bath, first one of 2024, first of many, you guys. January 21st at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Suggested $22 donation. It will be definitely 90 minutes, at least 90 minutes. There's going to be a concert on February the 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific. Again, Energy Exchange suggested $22. And I already said this before. If you're not able to afford the $22, right, let me know. I will help you. You can maybe come now, pay later. I can work with anybody. This concert and the sound bath are going to be on a Zoom. It will be posted into a private sacred group. The video will remain up for 24 hours, and the video will be gone. Okay? Just to be very clear. And as I say that out loud, I need to let Marina know that so she can put that on the posters that she's creating for me right now for these two events. Because there's people all around the world, and so that's those two things are happening. And I'll be back in a few minutes. I may go do bathroom run, and then come back and share some soulful guitar music with you all. And yeah, thank you for being here an hour or later. witnessing this, because the only reason why I can talk because how I'm feeling right now, and it's nice to feel this because I do have a lot to say, I have a lot to express, etc., etc. And but my first voice is my guitar, not me, the human. My first voice is my guitar, and my second voice is this. So, hugs and loves, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes, okay? I'll be live again. Okay, for video number 2. Hugs and loves. See you in